How's it going, YouTube? Coming to you today with another video, and today, guys, what the bring to you is going to be the deck vault. Now, the deck vault is a video that I really like to make because, especially going into a crazy format like Nationals, a lot of people need a starting point as far as different decks and what they look like, what the different tech options are. So here's a few of my lists that I have for you. I hope that you really do enjoy this, and I hope that these do help. And if they do, let me know down below in the comment section if you do like these kinds of videos. Hopping right in here, we have Spright. We do have the new Freezing Chains and the Mirror Mage, which are both very good for the combo into Toad. I think that Sprite's really solid overall right now for Nats. Just another one of those decks that can really push you very far. The cards have always been pretty solid. Being able to get another form of recursion or like more bodies out to the board has always been the deck's like larger issue. If you want to play like the Bujin Link too, you can, because you're playing the Swap Frogs again. But I mean, it just is so consistent already with like this, so like you don't really need to. And then if you have the double cross, you get the double Toad, which is already really nice because you use the first Toad, then double cross back the Toad, which is even more funny if they have like call by, because then you can use the effect, they call by you, you chain this and put it back, and it just doesn't matter. Mulch Chummy is going to be very interesting to see if we're going to be maining it or siding it. I think if you're going to be maining it, you have to main Rock with it, because it's the same thing with Master Duel and maining Maxi. You usually want to play like Rock because you want to be able to draw into something that's going to be really meaningful. The hand traps here, especially Droll being in the main deck, is going to be really essential, which is really conflicting with this, but you want to see one or the other usually. Droll is going to be really good going into this format. If they open Track this, it'll be less good. If they open the Fiendsmith, then it'll be even better. There's so many ways you can search in a lot of the combos that we're about to see. Some decks don't care, but most decks do, so I definitely recommend to main this. You should be at least like 10 to 12 hand traps, the minimum, depending on what you're playing, but you should be on a lot. Maining the 3 Angler because of the 3 Swap Frog as well is going to be really essential. Droplet should be in your main or side somewhere right now. The other card is Mistaken Arrest. I like this card a lot. I think this card's really smart at the moment. It's just another one of those things where, like, if you're already playing Droll and you really know the Droll format, then you might as well play a card that doesn't allow you to play into Talent, which is even better. So you can force your opponent to play a little bit more, right? No searches for the turn is just brutal. So definitely very good. If you have Mistaken Arrest against, like, Snake, always call draw and then ask if they want to move to standby, and then they'll rip the wanted, and then you can chain the Mistaken Arrest. Just something to think about. In the extra deck, though, I'm back on the Sky Cavalry and the Zeus. Zeus is still really strong. I really like Goddess right now just for overall outs. Then Mosquito is just crazy. You can side like Mannequin Cat targets if you want to. I just have everything here very generic to be able to get into like the engine. But overall, I think Spright would be like an 8 out of 10 right now as a choice for Nats. We don't really know a whole lot yet as far as what Nats is going to look like, because we could have a ban list and we could see Close Guy announced, which is just going to change so much. But as far as it goes right now, pretty solid deck choice. This is Tier. I want to talk about this one too. I'm citing Goddess. I like this card a lot. I didn't want to get rid of it completely. On the Arms of Gen X, shout out to Craig. This card's really cool. You can banish an attribute from your graveyard and then negate the activation to destroy that monster based on which attribute. So if they have like a wind on their board, you banish Happy, negate, destroy. Then they summon like a Rhino Heart, and then you banish a water from your grave, negate, and destroy the Rhino Heart. It's once per turn per attribute, so you can banish as many attributes as possible differently, right? And negate that many times. And you need a Dark Tuner. So you just play Destrudo again, like we were with Baron, which is very cool. Shout outs to my friend Minsu for talking to me about this too. We added in one of the walls, which I think is really smart too, because we're on terraforming, so it's just another way to be able to get into your MSETI engine, which is really nice. I don't play the Sequentia, and I don't play Lacrimosa. You can try to find room, or just like not play this and play like the Sequentia, because you can also make the Kaleido Heart. Shout out to Dakota. But at the same time, I think this is really nice, and the Sequentia is only really good if you can play the Lacrimosa. And honestly, I don't really know what else I want to cut, because like if you cut like the IP, you just kind of ruin a lot of your chance for like a nice end board. Unless you cut like this and this for the 2, which is already going to be really awkward because there's a lot of times where this just comes up. I tried playing without Mally, It's just not the best. You can play Mally without Dangerous, but again, not my favorite. So just something that you can kind of think about. There are options to cut, but it never like the best thing to do, right? Maybe this does get cut and this gets cut for the 2, and then you just do the combo anyway, which is fine. But just kind of take that in consideration when you're looking at your deck build. I definitely like this main a lot, though. I think this is going to be the most consistent one for you. Talking about Tenpai here, Tenpai is really cool. We get Dora Draco. This card is essentially just going to be your Stratos for the deck. You're going to go Dora Draco, add Genroku effect, summon out the Pydra, and combo that way, which is definitely very cool. I only played 2 of this. I was on 3 of this, but we just needed room for other things. Mulch-chumming the main because you're going second anyway, so it's fine. Of course, Droplet card's crazy. You just side the Shifter. Prosperity in the main, you need consistency. I needed a 40th card, so I'm playing Talent. You play 2 Genroku because you got to play the Poplar ratio in case you draw one, right? So it's just better off to play the 2. Nib I do like a lot right now, though. That card is in the main deck. Siding Regeki, I think this card's unironically real. Consider this when you're looking at a Tenpai build. Just the board breaks are going to be really important in this format, especially. Some people are telling me to do like Dark Hole and Regeki, which is pretty cool, but I think just Regeki is fine. The one Gozen, the one Rivalry, definitely solid. Shout out to Twitch chat, the Samurai Destroyer. This one's really good. This card battles an opponent's monster. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. Also, the opponent's monster has its effects negated in the battle phase only. So that's one thing that you can help deal with things like Phantom, which is very, very cool. Quibelt, very good card. Ruddy Rose, another one of those things to kind of clear the graveyard. This is really funny too because you can definitely Ruddy Rose and then you can just D-Shifter if you need to, which is hilarious. Again, Mistaken Rest, very good card. I like Tenpai a lot right now. I think this deck is also going to be like an 8 out of 10 choice for the event. Definitely very strong with the normal summon that we just got. Especially if you go like in normal summon, they interrupt you and you go Droplet, send it, and then you add the Genroku and combo that way. It's gonna be really solid. We got Vanquish here. Vanquish Soul has been really popular. This deck is absolutely dumpstered by Mulch-Chummy. Same with Sprite, so be careful by that. D-Shifter in the main for sure. You got to make sure your opponent just doesn't play. Overall, pretty optimal. 2 Fenrir, 1 Rise Heart. The ratios on this, just because like playing 1 Mad Love, you don't really want to see this in multiples. Playing 1 Pantera is fine. It's just an extender. You don't really need it. Just helps you make things like Baguska or Exciton, which is also fine. This card's also pretty neat. The Dempsey, you'll be able to get to your Rosin, because this deck is just Rosin Turbo. Meaning that there can be only one is going to be the best floodgate for this deck as well. There's not really a whole lot to say about Vanquish Soul. Just, again, one of those heavy resource loop decks. But overall, very solid. We have Whitewood. Whitewood is going to be one of my sleeper picks for the event. Pure Riz map. This came in from a chat recommendation yesterday, which is definitely really solid. We had like 2 out of the 8 hands were dead, until we changed out like Souls for Pros when we added this in. I think Pros is better than Souls because you do want a spell card with most of your cards you're going to see. A spell or trap, honestly, just to be able to get your engine going. I'm only playing 1 of the Arcia and 1 of the Sylvie because I don't think that you need more than that. I'm on 2 Toy Soldier. Some people are on 1, some people are on 3. I think right in the middle is fine. You still want to see this as like a pseudo spell or trap for your combo, which is nice, even though you have 3 Toy Box. I just want to be able to combo as much as possible. I really like Solemn Scolding right now, but the fact that like this deck has a lot of cards that it sets anyway, I'm just playing Strike. I think Strike is still really solid. They normal summon Snake Eye Ash, you strike it, and all of a sudden it's like a really weird position for them to be in. Just a lot of hand traps inside. Not maining the draw. I chose to main the Nib here instead and the Bishils because I think they just work better with the deck anyways, especially with the Chaos Angel. Malong you want to play because it outs skill drain. I like this as a option in the deck right now. You go Diabell effect to summon out the formula and go both of these into a Satellite Warrior and then pop 3, which is crazy. Very, very solid. Something that I really like doing. This card's really nice for the Book of Eclipse. And then Cosmic Cyclone, I don't really think you need the blowouts this format. I think Cosmic's just better. And then the last one here is Yubel. We spent the most time on this one today, which has been a lot of fun. Playing the one Chaos Summoning Beast, so this does more, because if you open this and you can add this, which then adds this. This is a dead card, though, if you just draw it by itself, which does suck. But overall, it is nice to have, just because you get an instant Unchained Yama. We are playing the Top Hat Hair. We're playing the Ezurun statue, which is the Solemn Warning. You don't have to play this. I think it's still pretty nice, though. I know we were talking about if you actually want to play this in this or not, because it's just like 2 more dead cards in the deck that you're just adding in. Which could just be hand traps, but I guess it's fine. I like both these cards, though, just objectively for what they do. You could always side this and move something into the main to try and get a little bit further, unless you're like going first and you like need this, right? Because if you're going second, you open this, it's gonna suck. Solemn Scolding, this card's just insane. I'm absolutely playing it in this deck. I think this card is just like absolutely absurd. 2 of the Phantom, 1 of the Chaos Angel helps you make Verudurus as well. We're playing Beatrice here just because you can make Muckraker into the Samsara. That was a shout out to Austin. We were talking about that earlier as well, which is really nice. You can also go Beatrice Dump Squirmer, which can be equally very good. Overall, I think Dark Ruler 2 is going to be really popular. This format, it's going to be really nice to have. And that's why we play this, to play around Dark Ruler, because we leave this engraved and reborn this after we get Dark Rulered. So this is definitely gonna be fun to see how this deck performs. I think this deck's really nice right now, to be honest. I've been playtesting a lot myself, and I will be over the next couple of weeks, like absurdly. So we'll see how this all goes. A lot of testing to be done. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see all of the DB links, will be down in the description below. So I do hope this helps as a starter for all of you guys, and I hope you all have a great day. Thank you.